Smash Control Machine. Your video reflects that.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Did you have fun making that video? It looks like it was a lot of fun.
It was.
Just kind of
We shot it all on green screen,
Right.
and that's the craziest part because the artist, his name is the director artist. His name is Paul Brown, and he does everything. He films it. He plots it. He does the animations, everything. He's just brilliant. He's worked with everyone. His motto used to be, I'm not sure if it still is, but it used to be everyone from Manson to Hanson, you know. But he's this just brilliant artist, and he's worked with me on every record.
Okay.
Every record. He did the Ghost Flowers video.
Mm-hmm.
He did the Warhead video. He animated all of that in the background. So shooting with Paul, I trust him. You know, there is a trust between us, and we are, you know, I know he and I have already kind of discussed what's going to happen. We conspire about the images and stuff, but you don't really know. So you just have to trust in the song that you wrote and the emotions that it conjures, and then trust him that he's gonna do the best thing with it. And we had a ton of fun, and each person shot individually, and then he places them all in together. So it's a really, you know, incredible experience, because we'll probably do 20 takes just to get the right, you know. It'll take you a couple of times to warm up anyway. We get all these cameras and lights and stuff, you know, and you're a little self-conscious, but once it got going, it was a lot of fun. In fact, he had this I guess I don't know, Steadicam or something what it's called. It's like a $4,000 or $5,000 camera, and I'm swinging this bat around.
Yeah,
and I was telling him, like, okay. He's like, you can get a little more aggressive with the bat. I'm like, dude, I don't want to break your $5,000 camera. He's like, if you break it, it's my fault because I'm the one holding it. So I was like, okay, you know. So you unleash me, I'm gonna go there. And there was a couple of close calls. It was a lot of fun. It really was.
Well, on this album, you're reuniting with two members that had left in 2004 and 2003, respectively. What's it like getting that group back together and recording this album? I mean, it
was fantastic. I mean, we remained friends after the departures. You know, people's lives changed. You know, being a touring band is hard, and it's not for everybody. You know, and it's not. You know, some people want to get a family, you know, and some people want to do something else. But you know, we all stayed friends, and throughout all these years, and when the time came to write the next record, I just said, you know what, why don't I just give, you know, I just reached out and said, hey, why don't we write a song together, one song, you know, for the new record. The fans would probably enjoy it. Right. I know I would, writing with you guys again. And then both Rob and Moke were both very eager, and one song just turned into the entire record. And once we were back in the room together, it's like we'd never been apart. I mean, there was this really fantastic artistic and intellectual and spiritual connection between all of us, where they would write. The three musicians, you know, and Evil J is let's not forget him. He's one of the most talented guys I've ever known, and he's like my best friend. And you know, he writes a lot of the guitar riffs, which you know, most people don't know, because he plays. He's the bass player, right? So they don't make that connection. But he's written, you know, most of the guitar riffs from, you know, the first record till now. He and I wrote Smash Control Machine together. That's all musically Jay. So but because he's in the rhythm section, he has a lot to do with the percussion. So you know, when those three guys are in the room together, and they're all so just amazingly talented, the magic was just occurring. And there was this just moments of telekinesis almost, where they'd be writing something that had the similar melody to something that I hadn't even expressed to them yet, and it was just magical, and it was so much fun. And I think we did it in 2 months. We wrote and recorded it we recorded it as we wrote it in 2 months, 6 days a week, 12 to 14 hours a day. I was in there sometimes 23 hours a day for 6 days, 1 day off, 6 days for 2 months. And I think there's this organic energy about the record that doesn't exist on our others, and there's a live aspect of it, you know. And I truly think that's captured the energy of what I've been trying to do all this time. And I don't know, I guess I'm really, really proud of this album, really.
You guys are on tour right now with Shadows Fall and Five Finger Death Punch. Right. And listening to just your previous albums and even this one, you seem to have you know, there's so many genres out there now, or subgenres of music. Do you consider yourself just a metal band?
See, I think the metal traditionalists don't consider us a metal band at all, you know. And This is my first band. I don't know. I didn't know music really
Right.
before I started it. I was a writer and an illustrator. That's kind of my bag, you know. So I didn't really know about genres and subgenres and what I'm supposed to say or what I'm supposed to do or what, you know. This was all just emotional art that was coming to life, and that's all that I was doing.
Right.
And I wanted to use influences from all the music that I love, which includes metal, which includes, you know, grunge, which includes punk, which includes hip hop, which includes, you know, poetry and spoken word performances, the Velvet Underground, the Doors, you know, Deftones, System of a Down,
Right.
all of these different
Right.
elements I wanted to incorporate because they are a part of me as a fan. I'm absorbing them as an artist. I'm absorbing the beauty and savagery of those bands. So I guess I would probably consider us more as a fusion band than anything else. I don't
Yeah.
know, you know, what else. I mean, a song like "Oh So Surreal" on the new album, it kind of has this really, really nice, you know, soft, dangerous groove that it starts out with, and then it evolves into this, you know, jazz kind of thing,
Right.
you know, and then it explodes back into, you know, I don't know, it's like this really ridiculously brutal metal riff. So I see us as a band that's an amalgamation of all the different styles of music that we all enjoy.
On this tour, how are the crowds reacting? Do you feel like this album and this tour is kind of, but is it kind of giving you a higher profile?
I would say it's probably, we're getting a lot of new exposure, which is great. I mean, a lot of new fans. I mean, it's really an honor to be on tour with Five Finger Death Punch. They're an incredibly, you know, just powerful band live, and they have their fans are extremely, you know, passionate about their music. And what's great is, you know, we tend to have similar fans. So when we come out, there's scattered islands of Otep fans who are there to see all three bands.
Right.
You know, so it feels very natural, and you know, there's still, you know, when people say that, like it's the word mainstream, and I hope our music becomes mainstream in a way that, because what's out there, you know, it's
Right.
plastic and it's you know, I'm not speaking about this band, but what is considered mainstream.
Right.
If I can be you know, the virus of Otep can be injected into the main vein of mainstream, oh my, you know, what would we become as a world? You know, people might start reading books, you know, they might start paying attention, they might watch the History Channel a little more. Oh no, but I don't know. We're very grateful to be on this tour. It has been exceptionally rewarding, and to have the exposure to brand new fans, and to share the stage with the bands on this tour has just been a lot of fun and very rewarding.
All right. Well, I'm here with provocateur, button pusher, poet, painter, singer, songwriter. She does it all. Otep, Smash the Control Machine. Go get that album. It's great.
Thank you.
See him on
Thank
tour and follow her blogs because she has some great things to say.
Thanks.
You
Brett.
want to plug your Twitter or anything like that? Because I follow you on Twitter all the time.
Sure. We're if you're on Twitter, I tend to crack a lot of jokes and poke a lot of fun at Glenn Beck. So you can. It's twitter.com/Otep Official.
Okay.
And I also open my Facebook to fans, which I'm almost at my limit because they only allow you 5,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is weird. So I've got 34, I think, 100 people. But that's Otep Saves. And then our MySpace, which has over 200,000 people, is just myspace.com/Otep.
All right. Smash the Control Machine. Get it. Check it out. Otep, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Ken. Thank you.
Rise, rebel, resist! Rise, rebel, make the fist resist!